Yeah. Fred going to get some immediate shots on him, though. That's a very good read by him, knowing where that player was going to come from. Just watching the obvious spawns and where his weak points are. Trying to look at where the portals might go. Gets a really good shot in, but he's not going to be able to make that move. That's a really good sign of two amazing teams, is when they're already on top of where their portals might be going and they're already getting the reads off on them. Seeing the move going in for the hill. He is taking some interesting routes right now. Tanner trying to get in there. He's not able to do it. He's looking a lot different. Not looking as smooth as we've seen previously. So that's one of the biggest differences you notice right away when you're watching two amazing teams. It's that not all the individuals are going to be as confident as they normally would be. Great plasma shots, though, by Maddie. Maddie is taken down, but he's already got 13 kills. Good Lord.
Yeah, let's keep it on Maddie for a second here. Let's see how he's been able to find success. Usually we're looking out for those power weapons. But as we've noted, Splitgate, it's all about movement, maximizing that movement. And again, this is a game 5, so you might be some nerves opening up here. You really want to try to get into your groove as fast as possible. We were kind of talking about that before the match. What are the best ways to keep your groove going in Splitgate? Well, there's that map with the dance floor. But other than that, you've got to really just try to own in the first few minutes. Try to pick up where you left off in the last match. All these games are going to be close and competitive. You have to play your best, your absolute best, to find success. Let's see what Maddie can do here with that SMG. He's got 2 kills to his name, taking down Tanner as well. 100 damage onto Tanner there, taking control of this hill too. Rent-free, 74-28 in our game 1. King of the Hill, extending that lead as time goes on. Stack getting the kill onto Maddie. Let's go over to Stack real quick. See if he can continue that. He's able to get some nice control of the hill. He's got a bat nearby at his disposal. Looks like he dropped it for now, holding onto the carbine. Looks like he doesn't want to stay close to his team, try to avoid any splash damage, any collateral risk. So he's actually going to back away from the hill and try to cover. But his entire team gets wiped, and he gets taken down too. Maybe Maddie doing a great job there and bringing it back. Cornbread is going to be the one responsible for most of these objective points here. He's been the one kind of going into the hill, keeping an eye on all these entryways, while Maddie has kind of been sharking around, looking for these kills, adding another one up to 22. But Rent-free looking really good so far in this first game.
Sharking is the best way to put it. He has been an absolute predator. He has entered God mode from the very first time we witnessed any of his POV. I'm just sorry we haven't watched more of him during this tournament. We kept it on all of his teammates. We didn't see anything from him, but he is just outrageous. I was not aware of how good he is, but he is hitting every shot. He's got incredible portal move. He's got a nice double kill there. Look at the... Oh my God. That portaling is beautiful. Landing right in front of a weak player. Doesn't have a chance in hell to get away. He's going to get that player cleaned up. We've got 2 players over here in this tower. Try to get up in there. He's going to help out his teammate. Flies over there. Now going to try to get this player taken down, but he gets the whip. The beatdown comes in, something you rarely see, and that's something to talk about a little bit more, is exactly what it is when it's 2 top players playing against each other, 2 top teams, is that they're just going to make those misplays. There's going to be a lot of them, too, and it really just comes down to which team is going to make less misplays. Here we go. We've got 4 members strong over there. He's going to get the flank in. Does get some good shots in. He's going to wait for his teammate to maybe get the cleanup, but that player gets help from controller coasters. but the lead is just so strong out of controller right now, and they are still holding on to the map control. Got plasma rifle controlled. Tanner gets taken down by Maddie. Maddie's accuracy just too darn good.
By the way, you'll notice in the chat we've made another announcement here. We're giving away Xbox Game Pass Ultimate if we hit 1,500 viewers. And I'm not one to call out things, but I think we also said for 1,250. So if my math is right, that might mean we're giving out 2. But someone can double check the fine print on that. But get your friends, family, get your pets all tuning in here. And let's see how this concludes. We're going to be giving away more Game Pass codes. I'll have your back on that, guys, in the chat. I would say 1250 and 1500 would both apply, but just an announcement there to stay frosty and keep your eyes on the chat as we see this match unfold. Right now, Rent Free doing a really good job. I still want to go over to Tanner, though. I think Tanner's about to pop off. I can feel it. I'm ready for it. Tanner getting some objective play going here. Getting taken down from behind. He's got some teammates there, though, to help him out. But right about now is the time where Controller Coaster, they've got to figure something out. They've got to bring it back. There is still time in theory, but they need to go on a serious streak here. And again, this is so important. Game 1, Grand Finals, best of 5. Everything's on the line here.
Yeah, best of 5. Got to make sure you remember that. So there's plenty of time to make a comeback here if one of these teams does go down 2-0. But right now, it is just domination in this game type. Not sure if this is one of their strongest or not. But Rent Free just totally taking over right now. See Tanner getting shut down. We haven't seen Tanner get shut down yet today. But it is happening right now. And there is 41 kills from Maddie. He is exactly what you said. A shark on the map. Great white. Running around, swimming through these portals, and just eating everybody up. We've got some good pushes in here. Maddie's going to wait for his teammate to come in. The bait and switch. That is huge. And they are going to take over. We've got 2 down. Make that 3. Sorry for Controller Coaster. And it is just rolling away from them at this point. Got some good points being held down by Tanner. Tanner's just going to wait for his teammates. He's got the plasma rifle. This is going to be a good opportunity. There's 3 dead for Rent Free. Yep. This could happen. They've got enough time to do it, but just barely. 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. Oh, it's going to be tight, and especially if you lose a fight like that. Oh, man.
So close.
He should have went for the beatdown. That plasma would have done enough damage to where he could have won that trade. Got a nice little battle happening with the plasma rifle from JP. He's going to take that one. Another win from him. And Rent Free just looking incredible here in the grand finals. This is going to be the team. The winner of this goes to play the developers. And we know how darn good the developers are, so we've got even more action after this, so make sure you stick around.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, there was a moment there where Tanner and company, Controller Coaster, as you said, they wiped out at least 3 of Rent Free. And they did make up a little bit of time, but not moments later. Maddie and company bringing it back under control. And Rent Free holding on to a really nice lead here.
50, Axel.
Yeah. 50 kills. Unbelievable. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, and honestly, not too far behind his teammates. 45 for K Jules, 40 for JP. Just a complete team effort. And meanwhile, you've got Cornbread just racking in all the objective points, 138. So really dynamic team over here. Team Rent Free. It's really good to watch. This is good stuff. This is what we're building towards here. But as I say that, Controller Coast doing a decent job wiping at least 3 of Rent Free, and now they're actually able to gain a little bit of ground back. But they might be a little bit out of time here in game number 1. At this point, maybe just try to tie together some kills. We see Heisman doing a great job. 31 kills to his name. Maybe try to rack up some kills. Try to get a little bit of momentum going into the next game.
A lot of people talk about how powerful the controller is. You know, is it OP or not? But I think all 4 members of Rent Free are on mouse and keyboard. If somebody in the chat could confirm that. It definitely looks like mouse and keyboard play to me. Cornbread especially, a lot of his whip movements have looked like it. But I think that might be where the skill ceiling might lie, is, you know, with these quick portals, being able to just hit that Q and E and close your portals fast with the keyboard just might be where it's at.
Yeah, and as we've been mentioning too, Splitgate is cross-platform, so this really is the amalgamation, whatever the word is, of gamers from all different backgrounds. So, you know, we're here on the Xbox channel, but there is Xbox Game Pass for PC. Some people don't know about that. You know, Xbox is not only console. We've got Xbox Game Pass for PC that you can take advantage of. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate Giveaway at 1,250 to 1,500 views. I know you guys are working on that, so look out for that. But yeah, I mean, we might see players on mouse keyboard. We might see players on controller. But this is a PC tournament here, and I'm personally excited to see the competitive scene develop in Splitgate across all the platforms, because it is cross-platform, and I'm sure we'll be seeing lots of talent from all of these environments.
As the future, man.
On, yeah.
What we've seen from Fortnite, what we've seen from games that have been developed, like with all of that in mind, like Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is a really good thing to talk about. But good lord, look at that! Look how many kills are on that board for Rent Free. Tanner, I haven't seen Tanner have that many kills, like, ever, like, since I've been watching this guy play. I mean, this is the cream of the crop. We're watching some dominant Splitgate play over on Rent Free's side.
Yeah, real solid gameplay, real solid exhibition that we've showcased throughout the entire day today. But now it is, I believe, the best of the best that we're seeing go head-to-head between these two teams. You know, having 61 kills in any type of matchup, no matter what the game type, is beyond impressive. So Maddie is definitely a player that we're going to be looking at through the rest of this series. But just because that was game one doesn't mean that's going to be the exact scenario for every single game afterwards in this best of 5. Throughout this bracket, it was a best of 3, but best of 5, you bring in the fatigue factor. You bring in more download knowledge that happens when you're up against the same team. And hopefully, both these teams will be able to play to their best. Now, for those of you that are asking, wait a second, Xbox is on PC? That's right. Xbox Game Pass is on PC, everybody. Take a look.
Closed angle on the other map. This is wide open. I mean, this has got very few spots that are going to be close. Got the 2 towers that are, you know, similar. They've got close quarter combat maybe, and then you've got the 2 underground areas, but people generally don't stay in there as much. This can be great for domination, and I could definitely see there be a comeback here for the team, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Rent Free just looks so darn incredible. They had like 200 kills between them. They all had 50. So yeah, I mean, they just look darn dominant.
61 kills in one game. Pretty incredible.
Yeah,
pretty incredible. But another thing that I'm taking notes on too is like the opener of what happens. You know, in the first minute of the game, what area of the map are they going to dominate? What type of strategy are they trying to implement? But honestly, it's just so much information gathering that happens within that first minute, and then trying to find those power weapons. So I'm just noticing which playstyles seem to be favoring, you know, different game types or different maps, but in particular, the team that's going to make it all the way today.
And we are having Ant's version of the broadcast here, a very small screen to check out all the action.
I think we just saw a triple kill.
I hope you guys don't mind. All right, we'll bring it back. Here we are.
Yeah, they had the shotgun control. That's always good, and that's something that you want to look forward is staying inside, making sure you're not open for team shot. You don't want to allow the other team to do that. Good, easy read right there, watching that player go through the portal like that. But a nice little start to this one from Rent Free. Putting this railgun to use right away. And is that 18? Do I see 18 or is that 10?
10 for Maddie.
Oh,
10 for Maddie, which is still
that's a lot.
Crazy. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, we started here on Maddie's perspective, and we're not really going away from it right now for a reason.
No.
11-1, 12-1. Look at this movement, dude. It's crazy.
It's so good. I wish I had watched more of this guy before this tournament. I feel like I could have learned so much. He has really got this game down at this point. He has a beautiful seeing how fast he can get to his teammates, keep them alive, try to save them, get back to the other side. Look at this. His mind is moving 1,000,000 miles a second. He has just got it all going on. He is controlling the whole map by himself.
Except for a little moment there where he ran into his teammate. A little embarrassing while going 14-1 in a $10,000 tournament.
How could you, Maddie? Making mistakes.
Oh man, he's not stopping. Almost using that shotgun as bait. Almost. That's what that felt like. Really, kind of just watching over that spawn and then taking him out, picking up the shotgun, and back to business.
Well, the thing is that player picked up that shotgun and immediately was ready to shoot him. Maddie was aware of that. So what he did was he sidestepped left and right really quick. He got a quick strafe off just to make himself harder, got the double beatdown, and won that fight, acquiring the shotgun. So just winning these real pivotal moments in the game, and on top of that, just playing the macro game as well, knowing what to do across the entire map. He is just on top of it. His awareness is unreal.
Yeah, and they're cruising, dude. I mean, look at the score here. Domination, 380-40. This is almost as one-sided as it gets here. Just an absolute display of skill from Rent Free in our grand finals. Quick reminder, they're up 1-0. They've got to win 2 more in order to be our champions. And they're well on their way to leading this series, I should say, 2-0. Just a massive advantage here in game 2.
Somebody in chat just asked, is Maddie an AI? Is this guy just a machine? He looks like a robot. He's a killer robot right now. And he is just absolutely dominating. He's not slowing down. The rest of this tournament, he is going to be playing at this level 100%. There's no way that this guy is not going to be having just a killer performance, whether they lose or not. I don't see them losing, because right now it is just too one-sided. But either case, he is just so darn consistent. Great shots by him with the carbine. A good location to have the carbine. Just set up right there just to take out any players that are up on B. And now he's going to take over by himself. He's got a teammate there to help him out. That is going to control the hill. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Now he's going to get really aggressive on the next one.
And by aggressive, we mean put a portal near the danger and shoot through the portal. He's just so smart. I hope he streams. I'm sure he does.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Or put some YouTube content out or anything, honestly. I'll watch anything this guy does. But another thing you got to talk about, currently 3 down for Rent Free. That's rare. But one thing you got to talk about is the fact that every time he's getting shots into players, you're seeing that they're getting cleaned up. And that's not Maddie. That's his teammates. That's the team coming together and just all playing outstanding, which they are. They're all doing incredible, and you got to give credit to every single one of them. Cornbread's been playing very, very intelligent all day.
Yep.
JP, you know, the whole squad, Rent Free, has been killing it.
Killing spree.
Back on to Tanner now. Tanner's had a bit of a streak going here, so let's see if he can try to reverse the fortunes of his team. Oh, gets taken out by Maddie and drifts into the plant. But Maddie got taken out pretty quickly there as well. Let's go back over to Cornbread. He's able to get control of this hill. I like how you said how intelligent he's been playing. It's true. Cornbread has been all over these objectives, really being an excellent team player. You know, he's been kind of the distraction, maybe the bait, while Maddie does his sharking around and just destruction. As we see it here, another double kill for Maddie. So yeah, like what you said, they're just full team effort so far here from Rent Free. Just a beautiful display of skill in the game of Splitgate. And it's showing no signs of stopping here, as this is one of the biggest leads I've seen in a domination match, and this is in our grand finals. But remember, it's not over after this. Game 3 is guaranteed. Next match will be deathmatch. But Controller Coaster, they coasted into this point, but now they're definitely running into some adversity here. Now they're down 0-2. And that game was pretty one-sided.
It was. It was. I mean, the pressure is on, but we are seeing just phenomenal play and just staying tight, not only with individual play that we're seeing and how great those numbers are, but just as a team, the cohesiveness that we're seeing from Rent Free. But we have seen some reversals. We have seen some reverse sweeps, so we're not out of this yet in this best of 5, but looking very, very good here as we're going to have the next bands come in for the maps, and we'll figure out what will be the next.
Tanner, who I think has got to be the playmaker over here on his team. Going to stay on him for a bit. And I think the key here is getting off to a hot start. Don't let this get out of control. Keep it close. Is he on his head? He was just on his teammate's head. All right, that's cool. Yeah, I think that's key here. So we're going to stay on Tanner for a little bit as we see this unfold. Team deathmatch, first to 50, match point, tournament point here for Rent Free. If the blue team can win, they will win the tournament.
KJ, I think people want to see KJ a little bit. I think he's got 5 kills right now, so he's leading with Cornbread. Tanner, we put it on him pretty much the whole tournament. So if we can move over to KJ, I want to see what he's all about. And he's got the height. He's got the height advantage right now. He's got 2 players in front of him though. He immediately backs down. Very smart job out of him. He butters both of them up, and JP and Cornbread take them out. That was beautiful. That's exactly the bait and switch that you want to see out of the team. Rent Free starting to pull away here. And yeah, I think some people in the chat are already talking about it, that there is an apparent difference between the speed at which the games can be played when compared to playing with a controller and a mouse and keyboard. That if you want to hit the skill ceiling, the absolute highest level of play you can play Splitgate, it's going to have to be with a mouse and keyboard. It's essentially like Fortnite. I don't, you know, a lot of top players have controllers, but the most consistent top players are going to be using them. And that's really what we're seeing right now. It is too one-sided, 22-10 right now, and they are looking so darn good. This guy's killing it. Very good call to whoever said that in the chat.
Yeah, we have a lot of Casuals fans there, and we're seeing him put on a great display of skill here. 14 kills. Cornbread not too far behind with 12. Maddie with 11. 27-11 is the advantage. Just a clinic here from Casuals. They're doing exactly what they have to do. Team Rent Free opening up 2-0. Can they lock it down here? And it's looking like they can. Just an incredible lead here. We can play Twitch Observes. If you guys want to see someone, let me know in the chat and I'll look at them. Just kidding, that would be impossible. But we can take your feedback into consideration. Thanks for those thoughts, guys, in the chat. But Nighty Night, this is... I didn't expect this, honestly. But Rent Free, quite frankly, they're running away with this. And
I'm pleasantly
this is looking like a sweep,
surprised.
And they've been confident from the beginning.
Yeah. But this is very good. This is a good thing to see here, because we're going to need the best of the best if we're talking about them facing off a final boss. The devs, the guys that have built the game themselves with blood, sweat, and tears. You know, I have been following the development process of this game for so long, back when it was Wormhole Wars. And I just love the idea of Halo and Portal. And, you know, it started off with a small team. It was like one or two guys. And then they eventually hired more, but it's primarily been like one guy. One guy was really just pouring his heart into it, and then more people jumped on board because they loved the idea, and then it's just become this wonderful, wonderful thing over time. But to have such a small team come together and create such a wonderful product, I absolutely adore this game. It's just been awesome. I can't wait to see how the developers do against Rent Free, because honestly, I know that you're all for the devs and we're calling them the final boss, but Rent Free looked dominating. This doesn't look like a team that I see losing.
Yeah, and it applies to their whole team. We were kind of talking about it earlier, just the different... Wow, another one. Oh, this isn't Teabag confirmed? What was that? I hope that's not what I saw there, Cage.
Oh, that was the BM all day.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, Tanner gets the revenge. Let's go, Tanner. Wow.
Oh, no.
But this is nearly over here. One more kill here for Team Alpha. You guys told me to go to Cage Jules, and he's teabagging when he's about to win this huge tournament. Come on, man. I guess we're okay with it. That's it. They did it. Rent Free The 3-0 sweep in the finals. What an amazing performance there. I am sure they are hyped about that. They are thrilled. I hope they don't get anywhere because they have to play against our final bosses. They have to play against the dev team. But what an absolutely incredible performance by this team in this tournament. We got a new game. There's a lot of unknown out there. We don't know if one of you guys in the chat, Nate Happy, Doctor, Duke, Micavelli, Dustin, we don't know if you guys can sign up and win. We don't know. There's a lot of unknown in Splitgate because it's so new. But what we know now is that Team Rent Free, a force to be,
and we
do perfectly. You got a nice
marketing, their interaction, their transparency. It's all there.
Opening up on Endo here. We saw him do a nice jump, but he was just short, not able to pick up that railgun. Already we're seeing a Kuvo come alive here with 2 kills in the beginning of the game. Now we see the jump succeeding there. You see the portal movement slowly but surely able to get up to the top, but taken down by JP, not able to get the railgun. That's Endo, and this is Twitch Observed. So just shout out someone you want to see, and I'll click on over to him. Cornbread getting up to 3 kills pretty quick too, also securing some of that objective control. Cornbread has been all over these objectives all day long. And also remember, this team has just finished playing a tournament, so they are as warmed up as possible. Also, one more note, Cardinal Soldier, that is Ian Pro. He is the co-founder and CEO of 1047 Games right here that we're looking at, Cardinal Soldier. He is probably one of the busiest people in history, and here he is playing at the highest level of Splitgate. Really classy guy and incredibly good at Splitgate, so keep an eye on him. But for now, K. Jules, we've just finished talking to, he's not messing around at all. 8 kills, 0 deaths.
Yeah, and that's what to expect, right? Like, this team is absolutely on fire. They just showed that they're the best team in the world right now after that win. And it's just going to be very difficult for this first game to be taken from them. Maybe we could see a little bit more from the devs in the next game, but this one's going to be very... Hey guys, and welcome to Money Tuesday Splitgate edition. We have got the best players in the world here today, and we're going to be doing a draft. We've got the captains ready to go. It's going to be a best of 7. It's going to be awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am ready to rock and roll. I'm going to be your host, Nighty Night, and I am here with a beautiful man, Vostik. What's up, James? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Man,
doing great, thanks.
This is going to be a great night. A great night. You are a big content creator. You've been streaming Splitgate a lot. You've been involved with the community. Let the people know exactly how much.
So yeah, I've been playing for about 3 months now, and stumbled into a few streams that had some developers in there. Got introduced with them a little bit, and then just kind of bouncing around some of these pro players and trying to pick up some tips so I don't suck so bad on my own stream. And it's been a warm welcome. Every one of them has been very approachable, nice, and it's just feeling like a great place to be, so I just enjoy it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where at the top, it just rolls downhill. The developers have been so welcoming. They've been so awesome to the community, and that really fosters a great culture within everybody. Like all the Discord conversations I've had, everybody that I play with in customs, your stream, the pros that I've been talking to get this together and organize it. Everybody has been awesome. Let's talk a little bit about tonight and what is going to be going down. Our format for the night, the maps we got, the game types we got. These are well thought out. I've been watching a ton of tournaments. Let's see what we've got going on here. The first one, going to be Abyss. Had to do it. Atlantis, one of my particular favorites. And then a much debated one. We had some people fight against this one. We got an Oasis team deathmatch. What do you think about this lineup right here, James? Tell me about it.
So yeah, there's going to be a lot of competition in some of these DOMs and King of the Hills. That it's going to require a lot of movement and stuff like that. I actually think that the deathmatch games are going to be a little bit slower paced than you would expect. Just because these guys have portal skills doesn't mean that they're going to use them as wildly as we might see when they're pub stomping on stream. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how these teams draft up and how they're going to approach movement on the TDMs.
Yeah, we've got 6 players from the grand finals of the $10,000 Xbox event. I got the best of the best players I possibly could. I mean, these guys are incredible, and they are going to be showing some light lightning fast portaling. There you go. We have got their Twitters up. That is their Twitter profile pictures. I love the car in that one. I can't really tell what that is, but boy, he looks fancy in that suit. Cornbread looking good. And we got your friend Micavelli up here on the draft list. We've got our team captains, which are going to be one of the best players in the game, if not the best player in the game, Maddie. And then we've got K. Jules, which is his teammate for a while now. They've been winning tournaments left and right. And then we've got these lovely players here that they're going to be drafting. The first pick is going to go in the favor of K. Jules. He won the coin flip. And I think they should be ready to get this one started. So I want to get them in here, and let's get these picks going. These guys are ready. There they are. Yo, what's going on, Maddie? How you doing?
Hey, doing great. Ready. I'm excited.
Looking at all these players in the draft, I mean, this is your competition right here. These are the guys that are at the top of the world. You've been said to be one of the best in the game, if not the best. What do you have to say about this lineup just right off the rip?
Oh, it's going to be like great games. I'm so excited to play with everyone. And honestly, I haven't played against schedules in a while, so I'm looking forward to getting those fights in.
Excellent, excellent. And K. Jules, you got that first one, man. You got lucky. You got that draw right there. You were talking earlier that Maddie usually wins his, but how you feeling right now? You confident going into this one, man? You got something to prove?
I would say I got nothing to prove, really. I've actually beaten Maddie before in tournaments in the past, so the most recent matchup
that one time.
No. The most recent matchup that Maddie and I played together, or played against each other, you know, my team did end up victorious now. But real talk, I feel the same way as Maddie. This lobby is super stacked, and it's going to be super fun games. And regardless, win or lose, like, I'm just happy the event was put together. Super sick idea, and you know, I'm just happy and excited.
Well, happy to have y'all. Let's get it started. K. Jules, what is going to be your first pick of the night?
I will be drafting the man, the myth, the Akubo. That's who I'm drafting.
Ooh, okay, the community manager for 1047 Games, the Splitgate developer himself, one of the top 3, I think. People have put him as the third, really. The guy, one of the best in the game. So, great pick there. Maddie, go ahead.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and have to go with my teammates, JP and Korn.
Oh. All right, he's got the second and third pick, and he got the chemistry. He's got the history with these guys. They have won some tournaments, but man, K. Jules isn't even worried because I mean, you know all those strats. You know everything about them.
Oh man. Okay. So now I will take Chasen.
Okay. He is the sub. Thank you so much for Chasen because he was a last-minute fill for Coach Bitey. I look at Chasen, and he's all over the leaderboard. I mean, he's like 2, number 3. I mean, he is one of the top. This man's a grinder, so I'm glad to have him in there. All right, the last one for you, Maddie.
I'm going with Micavelli.
Oh, the Mixter.
Yeah.
Portal King.
Portal King himself.
Portal King.
Why is that his name?
Dude, he's beast mode when it comes to portaling, bro. If you've ever seen one of his streams, he just will make you
crazy.
Vertigo like crazy.
And there we go. Tanner fills it in last. Can you imagine? Like, I'm a huge, like, okay, I'm saying this in front of y'all, but I'm a Tanner fanboy, right? Like, I love watching his stuff.
We couldn't tell on tournament day. Trust me. It was okay.
I just wouldn't shut up about it, man. I was devouring his stuff early on in Splitgate's life, and it's just he has some great stuff. But he's last pick. He was the fat kid in this pick. That just tells it. That's the story right there. Tanner just got fat kidded. That
Oh my god.
when you got Tanner, the likes of Tanner getting picked last, what does that say, James?
Listen, I don't know if this was intended or not, but this is Team K. Jules on this side, and you got your team over there. I like all of these guys. Micavelli I look up to him, watch him play a lot, but I am very happy with this team down here, and I think that we're going to take it, bro. I don't know if we got a little side wager going on, but we need to get one because I think this team's going to
I've got Maddie's team all day. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know about you, James, but that team looks scary as hell.
Yeah, it is. It's nasty. I mean, like I said, there's nobody here that's going to let you down. Like, they're all amazing, and top tier versus each other is just like sliver of margin of skill set. So I mean, it can go either way, but you know, kind of like where I'm at.
You're going for K-Jules.
I'm going for K-Jules team. Yep.
You got the side bet. Are we doing 50?
50. I'm down.
I'm down.
Straight up.
50 on Maddie. I got it. So,
Yep.
guys,
The
good
pressure's
luck.
building.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm losing people's money tonight. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, dude, you just cost me groceries next week. You better make sure we get it back.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right, guys. Well, go get in your lobbies. Start talking to your team. Get ready to rock and roll. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
See ya. All right, so this is going to be an incredible match. I am so pumped and ready for this. Grocery money, baby. I'm about to get it.
Well, I'm actually very glad that I'm on this side of the controller or keyboard at this point, because every one of those guys down there can game, and I would not want to be up against them if I didn't have to.
Good Lord, I couldn't even imagine playing them. I haven't really had the honor of being whooped by these guys yet. I know our director was talking a little bit about it before the show, and he said it made him quit. It was a career ender for him. Like, he just got off the game. He was like, you know, this is too much. I'm just not having fun. I'm getting my butt beat, and so he hightailed it out of there, and he's done, man. That's how good these guys are. They are, like you said, the Portal King himself, Migavelli. He's just going to be putting them everywhere. He's actually #1 on the leaderboard for, I believe, the most games played or the most wins in all the game types combined. So, like, he plays and wins the most out of everybody. Like, not ranked. I think Tanner has the most ranked wins. But Migavelli is just... He's that guy, the Portal King, and he can make you just dizzy all day. And that is just, like, K-Jules, we know how great he is. We've seen him do amazing things under pressure for massive amounts of money. But Migavelli, taking his spot on that winning team, I think he's going to fill in very nicely. This is going to be an uphill battle, I believe, for K-Jules' team.
I don't know, man. Like I said, every one of these players have got their own quality to throw into this mix, and we could go down the list and say something about each one of them. But Migavelli is fast-paced. It seems hectic, but he knows exactly what he's doing. Mm-hmm. And then on the opposite side of that, you've got Tanner, and I'm also a Tanner fan, right? So Tanner is very methodical. I don't want to say slow-paced, but just very patient. When somebody's in front of him, he's not like hectic and jumping around and stuff like that. I mean, he's just very skill set. Then you've got Cornbread. I watched Cornbread play a couple of times off stream, and dude he's just insane as well, and his call outs are just on point. You know, he just communicates well with his team. They know exactly what he means when he says something, and you can't go wrong with that. And then of course, you know, Akuvo there, he what'd you call him, Akuzo last week? Is that what it was?
Dude, why you gotta call me out like that, bro?
I'm trying to win this 50. It's a head game. No. Akuvo is just a great fundamental player, man. He's just absolutely beast mode as well. So I don't know. It's kind of quiet before the storm here. I think it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, they're getting the lobby set up right now. We're about to jump in as soon as possible, but I'm really liking. I'm happy with these teams. I mean, you said it yourself. Akuvo is. You know, he's just darn good. He had a great run too on tournament day. He just played so darn well. Unfortunately, couldn't get much going in the show match after the tournament when they had the devs versus the champs. That was a whooping and a half. Maddie, Devour, Cornbread, and K-Jules were just on another level. They were super. They just weren't getting off that train. They just were keeping it rolling, and it just was rough. It was almost like you couldn't tell. You just couldn't tell that team had any weakness whatsoever. They were playing on a newer map during that show match, and you thought the devs would have, you know, a little bit more of a chance because they'd had more hours on it at that point because it's a brand new one. I believe they didn't have much time at all to play it. Like Maddie, Devour, Cornbread, like they don't test these maps before they come out to the public, right? Like this was all like the map that like the devs had the most time on.
Well, and I don't think that that's something that I'm aware of either, that they have the ability to check it out beforehand.
Sure, yeah.
But the thing about it is, though, is these guys that are playing in the tournament and then come off of that onto the show match, you know, it takes a moment once you're in the game to get your rhythm with your portaling and just your mindset, because it is so fast-paced. So, you know, I can only think that, you know, those guys being warmed and heated going into that show match is something that they had a benefit to, as opposed to the developers were just coming in scratch and trying to get that rhythm.
That's what I was pretty much saying, for sure. I don't think it says really too much, but there's our layout again, guys. Starting this one off with an Abyss, King of the Hill. A good starter to get this one in here. Abyss, I'm about the bat. Got to get that bat. We saw some really good highlights from the last 10K. The bat just rules in these close quarters environments where you can really just hold these choke points with it, and it absolutely takes over the hill. I mean, I'm a bat guy. What can I say? I'm a Batman.
Yeah, and the bat actually is quite detrimental to, you know, most every spot on this map except for Big Room. And there's one that they typically call out as Big Room, and it's got the most amount of space with no like hiding in corridors and things like that in the center of it. So bat is a little bit less of a threat in there because you can see it coming typically,
right.
But most of the other hills are ridden with corners and hallways and things like that, and it's just disaster.
So how is the best way to play Abyss on hill?
I'm sorry, I don't understand exactly what you mean there.
What the strategy for this team? These are the best players in the world. What do you think is going to be the best approach for these teams to take over this?
Well, I guess it matters on who is drafted. You know, since they've been drafted together here, it's kind of each one has their own skill set that kind of shines versus the other. So they're going to have to quickly be able to mesh up. You know, Slayer versus objective based, and then try to push with power weapons. I think the power weapon spawn is going to be pretty crucial to a lot of this hill control, especially. So I would imagine that late hill count is going to see a lot more action than early because of spawn rotation.
There we go. Nice kills coming in right away. This game starting off at a quick pace. Good shots coming in from K-Jules. Going to get some good information. He gets those call-outs in, gets some good shots in, and backs down, stays alive, and acquires the assist from his teammate. Fantastic work by him, trying to wait for this to come up, but Matty outshoots him. A little one-on-one from the captains.
Yeah, and as we're already on board here with K-Jules and now over to Tanner, you can see that the top kills here is from Chasen and K-Jules, Akuvo. They all have roughly about the same amount of kills. Their team fighting skills are going to be on point as they take high and low ground and just hold on to that bat because it's not advantageous for them to go out in the open. So he's going to sit here and bounce around with his portals until he can start hitting these corners and making the most out of that bat that is still sitting at 100% on you. So it's not even been swung yet.
Yeah, and his team is doing a great job at keeping the other team at bay. So that's a good one right there to note as well, is that he's keeping that ammo. And all in all, the other team's not going to be able to progress, and he has been doing a good job. Machiavelli, we're on with him. The Portal King himself, and they're doubling up in the hill. Now, how many players can you get in the hill to double up points or triple up points?
Well, actually, that's not really a thing here. You only get, 1 point no matter how many people are in there. So, the skill set is you'll have 1 or 2 people in hill to sub if somebody gets just dinked out across the wave.
Yeah, sure.
But there's no reason for all 4 of you to be stacked in there because a single rocket or a collat from a railgun or something is just going to take you out and put you, on a 6-second respawn timer or something, and you're going to be fighting for those precious points that are going to matter late game.
Yeah, it's still a close game here, 35-27. We are starting to get even closer here. Chasen trying to get around. He's going to get cleaned up. Machiavelli and Cornbread take out 2. That is going to be two down for both teams. Cornbread's at 11 kills. He is on a run, and K-Jules with 10 of his own. Chasen with 10. There's some massive slaying. Kuvo over there. We have just got it going right now. The bat is up. The big fun bat, BFB. There it goes. Killing spree is going to be able to take down K-Jules.
Yeah, and the second bat is already up now, and they still have 1 in possession, so he's been holding on to it this whole time. Most of your power weapons, the big ones, are going to be 2.5 minutes. Well, the SMG and AR and stuff like that's going to be 1 minute. So they're just gonna try to control those power sources for a little bit while they make the most out of this hill. And I think we're going to see K-Jules and them starting to make a comeback on this one, especially with the bat in hand.
Still staying on K-Jewel here. He's got some good positioning right now. He knows exactly what he wants to do to help his teammates out. Very good support from him. He is just playing the team game at the moment. Gets the trade with the bat. That is a good trade by Matty, but they're starting to get some good control here. And the SMG is up. We're going to watch what Devour can do with it. He's going to get some great shots across the map onto K-Jules. He's looking for the flank. Tanner's there. He's going to take him down, and we're going to switch on over with him. He's got the SMG. Gets one, looking for two, gets some good damage in. He's going to get the call out, but there is no cleanup, so we're going to get a little travel. Little time here, gonna get the rotations in, and still a very, very close game, James.
Yeah, and Tanner's going to be more dangerous on AR and on the SMG, things like that, because of that controller. He's a high sense controller player, so that his accuracy is just outstanding. And so you put a fully automatic weapon in there with a high clip, he's going to do some damage. So if you can just watch him on that 1 minute respawn time for that SMG, I would imagine that he'll have it in possession more often than not.
3 dead for just a second from K-Jules' squad. We've got the most kills on K-Jules' team from K-Jules, so the captain himself putting in the work. We got Cornbread over on the other side with 19, make that 20. And we've got the Hill starting to pull away here for Matty's squad. Team Matty are doing big things here. You got the portal blocks coming in. Then all of a sudden, the portals come out of nowhere and take out the objective. Good objective work coming out of both teams, really. Here we go. We're getting some more time out of K-Jules' team. 22 out of him. We're going to move on over to Chasen, see what he's doing here. Going to be trying to set up.
Yeah, and this hill here is going to start to where it gets dangerous, because you got big room twice in a rotation before the game is over with. And right now, you're going to start seeing the AR and SMG starting to pick up work. So this is where I would imagine that Team K-Jules is going to start picking up. And I would imagine so that the kills are going to start increasing on their side too, because they're out slaying them. They're just not making capitalization on that hill.
All right, so I was just made aware that we have listen-ins with the players. So we're on with K-Jules right now. They've got the lead. I'm sorry, they are trying to get it back. Let's see what they have to say. 24 out of K-Jules. Let's hear them.
Hill control.
Yep, on
Got it,
time.
well.
Head, nice.
Hill
Good help.
control.
On rail.
Hill
He's
lost.
nice.
Oh, that one's on time on next.
He's headshotted back hill.
Break. Ah, fuck it.
Hill lost. Hill lost.
Mike on time hit.
Corn's red donut hit twice.
He's 10.
Mike's 50.
Hill control.
Nice kill.
Nice.
Huge.
Where is he?
Double kill.
Huge. That's all. I can get time here.
Okay, I'm on it for now.
Hill
I'll go
control.
top over here. JP is blue spawn killed. Matty's there as well. One.
Yeah,
blue
Like
spawn.
10 JP.
Nice. 2v2 by the way. Akuba's far from you on time. Yeah, good try.
Hill lost.
Nice. 1v1. He's on
Kill.
time.
Hill control.
You're a demon.
He's one shot on AR.
Coming to you.
Hill control.
Back red, Matty.
Tied the leader.
I'm coming to you, Kuva.
5 minutes remaining.
Nice, that's him.
Behind you,
The
JP hit.
election agency. Double
Good help.
kill.
I'm running.
The
Big room.
lead.
You're good.
Hill control.
I'm going above.
I got it.
Double kill.
Got to you.
Red.
I'm trying to help you, Tanner.
Getting back this
I'm
time.
trying to come back.
Oh, Mike's 17.
He's dead.
They're spawning red right now.
Matty's
the
weak
mic
in red
back up.
spawn. 50 in red spawn, Matty.
Hill controlled. Hill
Nice.
lost.
They might have just gotten Rhea. There's one
Oh, yeah.
bottom AR. Matty's weak.
I hit him again, Matty.
Hill
He's 10 now.
controlled.
Dead.
Twice.
Hill control.
Good shot. That's 3 dead.
Pillars.
Oh,
Headshot.
Hill control.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
Hill control.
Good kill.
I gotta reload, just you.
You're good.
They have rail on.
Yeah, he's on AR bridge.
Hill contested.
He went pillars.
Lost.
Said twice. There's multiple pushing me bottom rail. Corn's bottom rail.
Hill control.
They're all still pillars. They're going
I need help,
top rail now.
Mike, so
Yeah,
bad.
top rail. I'm gonna try and help
Bottom
Billy
rail
out there.
23, Mike.
Hill lost. Hill control.
Go on, help.
Hill lost.
Maddie's weak.
Hill
Actually,
control.
Bottom rail.
Maddie dead.
Contested.
I'm letting for now.
Hill
more.
Nice, that's 3 down.
Back
Don't know
wall.
where that
Back wall
from.
is live.
Nice. Nice.
I,
That's 3.
I kind of fucked it.
Lost.
I think we're full now.
Yeah.
Donut.
I'm up now.
Donut hit twice, JP. 30 health.
1 HP in a portal, Mike.
I'm caught.
We are full dead completely.
Yeah. Wait for me. I'm off cycle, but Corn has
Gonna
back.
get pushed. Yeah, corn 17 BP.
They're gonna keep
Go down,
us
I
off
should
cycle
say.
here if they can.
I got out.
I got off as well.
Corn's 30.
That guy had
Lost the
batches.
lead.
Maddie's 3 times somewhere.
All right. Right away, I'm thinking, wow, the incredible comms, just very, very cool.
Control.
Just the best type of comms you can possibly have.
Control.
These guys who, you know, they're Splitgate players, but you know, I really haven't seen what they've been like in other games. Like maybe they have
Lost the
experience on the big stage somewhere else. I don't know what their backgrounds are, but so far, hearing them being the top players in Splitgate, that's promising because that's exactly what you need from a teammate,
Hill
or really
control.
good, clear comms like that. That was beautiful, and this game is getting to be so close. It is tied
Tied
up.
the leader.
What did you think about those comms, James?
Gain the lead.
Yeah, they're outstanding, and I think these guys are making the most of it. Even though they're not getting as many slays, I mean, there's about a 15 kill difference between both teams. I think roughly at a quick count here, and I think K-Jules and them are going to have to pick up on this power weapon rotation. I think we're going to see one more railgun and bat before the
Hill
end of the game.
control.
And so I think that however they use those, if they can contain them, are going to make the biggest difference in this. And I think late game is where we're going to see it come down to the nuts and bolts of who's going to win. It looks like right now Alpha, which is going to be Maddie's team, is at 190 of 174. So it is within 1 heal difference, and I don't see it going to blow it out. I think it's going to come down to the wire.
And that's exactly what we wanted. I mean, when I was getting all these players ready for the day, I wanted to make sure that we had no weak links. I wanted to get the best of the best. We had everybody on top of their game and able to
Hill
hang in this
control.
lobby. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. 200 is where we're at. It goes to 250.
Double
We
kill.
are starting to hit the point where it is going to be mathematically impossible. We've got a rotation coming in 7 seconds, though. They've got to get ready for that next one. This could be the comeback if
1 minute remaining.
K-Jules' team is ready.
Yeah,
Hill
so K-Jules is
lost.
going to have to. They're going to have to contain this next hill almost for the
Hill
entirety of it,
lost.
and hope that they can't get in at the last moment when those spawns come up. You're looking at a game that is this close on game 1 in the series of best of 7. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better, and you're absolutely right. This lineup is stacked. No matter how the teams worked out, it was going to be a close game, in my opinion, because
Hill
every single one
control.
of these people are just better than the average human in general when it comes to Splitgate.
And there you have it. That's going to be the game.
Hill contested.
Game 1 going in the favor of
Hill
Maddie's
lost.
squad. Ooh, baby.
Hill
Let's go.
lost. Double kill.
Great shots there out of AR. Devour with the double. Putting up a 29 kill game, but he was doing the objective. But hey, look at Cornbread, 81 points with 43
Hill
kills.
contested.
Maddie with 45.
control.
We've got 48 out of
Hill
Vakuvo,
contested.
almost a 50
Hill
bomb.
lost.
These guys just
Overtime.
are incredible.
Hill contested.
Wait a minute, why is there
Hill
overtime?
Yeah. Last week they
contested.
introduced the overtime in
Hill
King of the Hill, so
lost.
it is possible for K-Jules and them to
Hill
grab
lost.
onto that hill and stay on it. As long as they don't get
Game over.
fragged out of it, they can bring it back.
Ah, wow. Okay, I do like that. I think that's kind of cool. It gives you like a last second. I mean, honestly, it's a comeback mechanic. You know, it definitely is going to change things and make it a little bit more interesting. But I think it's going to be fun. Looking here at the stats, we've got some big ones out of the boys. 52, we hit it. 52.
Look at those deaths, though. They're all grouped right there at the same, roughly within 1 or 2 of each other. It is just a nail biter, man.
Yeah, so when that happens, the assist is really what it's counting for, right? Like you get a kill for your assist. So if you do damage on someone, it counts as a kill.
Yeah, so in here, kills column does stand for KDA, so it is kills, it is kills, deaths, and assists, or whatever it's rotated. So yeah, your assists and stuff are going to add to this kill list. TDM and stuff, where the score is located here, there'll actually be a score section, and that will be your true kills, whether you get final killing blow or was unassisted.
Okay. Well, that is obvious that they were really doing some big work as far as the teamwork goes, but just at the end of the day, not able to knock it out of the park and clutch up. But there's still plenty of games left. We've got a best of 7 ahead. Yeah, that was only game number 1, King of the Hill on Abyss. So now we've got Atlantis. Domination, a little bit different. You got 3 points spread out across the map. And what is going to be the strategy this time?
So you're going to see a lot of people like Machiavelli and them that shine with portals in this, because what they're going to do is they're going to rotate within 2 to 3 hops from A to C. They can clear the map literally in 1 to 2 jumps. And so I would imagine that people are going to be shining in on this. As we start the game here, it looks like that they're already downhill. Maddie and JP Devour's just going ahead and fragging out there with the DMR down that lane. And let's see, they're still not on C, so we're trying to figure out who's going to get over there to start taking that point away from the other team.
C secured.
All right, taking it a little slow, just trying to get a good angle, waiting for the player to flank. He gets the SMG out. Great read by him. Going to be able to get some damage in before he goes down, but that is 3 dead for Team Maddie right off the bat. 2 dead still. The bat comes into play. We're going to see what Chasen can do with it here. He's going to get with his team. They're all together, but he gets caught out in the open. The bat's going to go down. It is reacquired. Maddie with the double. He's going to get the plasma, trying to put it to use. He gets the third player, and now he's just buying time. He's playing the portal game exceptionally well, but he gets railed. He gets taken down. Let's go on overboard. I think, who was that with the rail on the other team? I couldn't exactly find who it is. It's just too fast.
Yeah, it's just too hectic, man. And if you look over here at the kills, Cornbread is already up 8 kills, 2 deaths, where the other team is barely over that amount collectively. Cornbread is just slaying. And if you get a carbine or that plasma gun in his hand, he is dangerous, especially watching down B right there. He's watching those lanes, and he's going to drop from top to bottom on B and A. And that bat is not as important on this one as much as that plasma is. Especially for Cornbread. He's a beast mode with that plasma gun.
Yeah, one of the beauties of that gun is that it really doesn't matter where you hit on the body. You could be getting a bunch of toe shots, and they're going to be doing the same as a headshot. So you just got to aim for the center mass and land all your shots. Get that strafe going real well with the projectiles. And we've seen some amazing things out of it so far. Not going to be able to get it because of the portal block there. Very good location to have it. Oh, the disrespect. The disrespect. We heard it. K-Jewel said he was going to do it, and he did. That was beautiful. He was able to do so much damage right there. We see Machiavelli in the kill feed, able to land 2. And now we are seeing another game that is just down to the wire. We're going to 700, though, in this one. So look out for that. There is 2 points controlled, and here we go. We've got Team K-Jules getting back into it.
B lost.
Tanner going to be trying to scan, trying to find anybody he can with the sniper. Not going to be able to get any help, so he's just going to try to make his way around.
Yep.
Finds one, not going to be able to land it, though. So close, basically gave him a haircut. 2 down for Team K-Jules. Make that 4. Good Lord. Just instantaneously. Cornbread, I think, has the sniper now. Or that might have been the rail.
Yeah, and what's going to be important about that plasma gun is that they're going to be controlling that and holding that B area more often with it than not. And that's one of 2 weapons in the game that when you run over it after a respawn, it does not reload. So you have to actually drop it and pick it back up. So they potentially could hold out and hold on to 2 of them if Machiavelli and them will let them off the hook long enough to wait for that respawn.
Losing B. A secured. B lost. Double kill.
Good shots being landed. Double kill out of Team K-Jules. Going to be moving in, acquiring some objective here. Going to try to move in, see if they can get A or B. Still have a nice lead, though. Going to get the cleanup from his teammate. 2 down for, make that 3 for Team Maddie. So finally, K-Jules showing some good life here. We've got the bat in the hands of Akuvo. Going to try to do what he can. Exactly what is the best place or areas for this bat? Like right there, I think might have been just answered my question. Just try to portal as close as you can and as fast as you can and get right up next to him. But what would you do?
Killing spree.
Well, C and A is going to be crucial for the bat because you have a lot of options there that you can move around. B is really not a good place to be stuck in the middle of it unless it's an absolute do or die because you're just stuck out there and you're only able to lunge with that bat when reticle is red. So it's much more like Halo is when it's when you can lock in and lunge with that bat. So it's typically best to avoid that open area with B, and I wouldn't imagine that we'll see it much in C either. I would imagine A would be kind of the hot spot to go for that.
C secured.
Patrolling top middle, gonna immediately get taken down. That's JP.
A lost.
Going over to Machiavelli, the Portal King himself, landing some good shots directly out. Now he's going to try to take care of that portal, but hits the ceiling. Very unfortunate. He is getting the SMG out, almost takes out both players. Oh, man. Good effort out of Machiavelli. Now some objective work coming in.
Yeah, that lane is going to be different down there because B is not going to be contested as often as you would see with B and C because of the... with C and A because of the portal jump in here. And as we're on with Maddie and them, he's flopping those portals around so fast that you just can't keep up with them. I mean, they're in and out. And sometimes they're not even worried about the heal. They're just trying to get over there to flush it so that they can get 2 or 3 on at a time. Single cap is not really a great idea.
A secured.
Checking the angles, making sure that you're watching
B lost.
wherever you possibly can. The snipe is up. Oh my God! Lands and immediately takes off a face. That is beautiful out of Machiavelli. And now we're going to move over to Team K-Jules. They are 3 dead at the moment. But they have the lead. They had 2 points.
And you said this goes to 700 or 7? Was it 700?
700 exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to see when we start getting around 550 to 600. You're gonna have to see that they're gonna have to take a triple cap just to be able to catch up with them. Because it is 1 tick per, and once that cap is done, you don't have to stay in the map on this like you do King of the Hill. So they're going to be rotating around and just trying to synergize people out of the zones. They don't even have to stay in there near it. They can just shoot down lane, just a kill shot.
And there you have it, 3 dead instantaneously. Maddie, Cornbread, JP putting in the work, starting to get a little bit of momentum here, trying to get some map control. There we go, kill from K-Jules, but I mean, he's not really taking any type of big plays here. He's just trying to portal around, trying to wait for his team to get some back up. He's back with 2 of them down, now trying to get some information on these hallways. SMG is up. He's going to grab that, see what he can do.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed a lot of top tier players will sit there and flop their guns back and forth if necessary or not? Yeah. It's a tick, right? And so I'm curious, what is your opinion on that? Like, what do you think that they do that for?
I think it's one of those things where it's just like you want to keep your fingers moving, and it's like a momentum thing. Like you constantly want to just be moving and like having actions per minute. I think that was what it was always in Counter-Strike, Quake, and even Halo. Like it's just, you're just fidgeting,
Yeah, and actually that's exactly what I was thinking too. And K-Jules, if you'll watch him more than anyone else, he is, I don't want to say the worst about it, but he will do it more than anyone. It is so fast. And a lot of times you won't even notice if he's switching his gun or closing the portal, because remember, not just throwing portals is important, but you can actually strategically close them to lock someone out, you know, if they're chasing. And K-Jules in group comes in with the win, taking it to 1-1, bringing my money back. Thank you. Thank you.
Dang it, man. He really had it set up there. He's got some really good angles in, got the right amount of information. He knew that his teammates had the certain points, and he knew exactly where to go on the map to control their spawns, and he was all over it. Very good plays out of K-Jules, feeling confident, feeling like they're getting themselves back into this one. And once again, the deaths are exactly the same almost. We've got a little bit more over on the side of Team Maddie, but other than that, both teams just putting in the same amount of effort. Back and forth we go. Both Game 1 and Game 2 extremely close. You guys are just tuning in. We've got the best players in the world playing right now. These are the 6 out of the 8 of the grand finalists in the $10,000 Xbox tournament for Splitgate. Here are the replays from the game. Just nutty how good we were seeing the plays this game. SMG was coming in clutch. Saw some huge lands. Oh, there we go. We get the rewind. Let's see it again. See that play. He knew exactly that the player was coming in behind him. I don't know if that was the audio cue that he heard the portal snap behind him, and that's what led him to look behind him, or if it was just the fact that he was ready for it. He was able to back down. That's one thing that top players do so well, is make sure that you don't take too much damage and stay in a fight that you know you're not going to win, that you know you're not going to get the cleanup, and just it's unnecessary damage. He was able to clean that kill up because he was ready for it, didn't take too much damage, and it's a smart top play. But that's K-Jules for you right there.
Oh my God, that's my guy. There it is, getting in the mind. Look at him, just disrespecting him. Lucky he didn't go for a teabag there, and then teabag is actually part of the game. It's not necessarily just a hateful gesture, but they actually track.
You to do it.
They actually track teabags in this game and have a game mode fundamental that's around it, right? Teabag confirmed, and that's the only way you can pick up the tags. So it's either get in or get out.
He should have done it. I don't know why he didn't do it. Maybe he just didn't want to waste too much time. But I mean, he did waste like half the clip. So
that's because he knew he had it in the bag. Cha-ching! Yeah, dude, we got this.
Nicovelli falling down the hole, immediately ready for it. I like that slow-mo pistol. Boom! Oh, the
bro,
whip.
And turned on him. Dude, 90 degree of dang it. Oh. This guy just quarter turned and melted that guy's face up close to that.
Game 3 is going to be team deathmatch, a totally different game from the objective play we see in King of the Hill and Domination. What is going to be the approach on Oasis for these teams?
High Snipe City. I would guarantee you that most of these people are going to be shooting from up high, either on Sniper's Perch or on those 4 really tall portal zones. And I would imagine this will be a much slower paced game than what we just seen.
All right, there you go. That's the slowest portal I've ever seen. Nothing, no flanks, immediate flanks. That's just pure power weapon control. Oh, there it is, the late portal. He grabs the rail,
my God,
goes through and takes down a player at the top of the map. That's exactly what I wanted to see. That is the tactics. Beautiful just awareness and knowing exactly when to do it. The timing was perfect.
Yeah, and see, as we sit here on Maddie, he was anticipating somebody coming in behind him over there, because you can literally portal from one side of the map to the other in a single portal if you're a little patient with it. And so until his teams got back in on respawn, he was sitting there waiting on someone to kind of pop in behind him and shoot him through the portal, just like we're seeing now with K-Jules.
Yeah, he got some damage in there. Not enough to take that player out, but did use up the ammo for the shotgun, which is always good. Such a darn dominant weapon in Splitgate. Great shot by Tanner.
Oh my gosh.
And the mid switch too.
Yeah, and I'm actually quite surprised. I'm not seeing a whole lot of portals hit up on those tall portal zones that I was talking about right before the game started. They're actually staying a little lower and not bouncing around between red and blue tower, which, like I said, is a little surprising, because I think before that was kind of the meta, was to hit between the tower and those pylons up there.
Lost the lead.
Oh, almost the flank coming in. We've got sniper control in the hands of Tanner. See what he can do with it here. He's going to try to get another angle. That player was going in for the beatdown, but Mikavelli, get out of here, son. We've got the SMG. He thought that was a player. Oh, man, that would have been a great triple. Lands the headshot. Tanner's heating up.
Oh man, and one of the best positions that I've seen anybody pull off with that sniper protection is Endo. And I don't know if you know who Endo is, but he makes a lot of the YouTube tutorials and stuff. Is an amazing player, but he will portal from sniper to the far side over there, for the far side on the trees with on that pylon, and he will snipe inside the tower from up there where we just watched that death occur.
Oh, I think that's a smart play. I'm sure that we might see some of that come up. I think this is a nice little peek going. We see some triple portaling happening. Shotgun going to be up. Mikavelli ready for it. The Portal King, can't imagine a more dangerous player to have. Shotgun going to be able to put one up. He immediately takes a player out through the portal.
Yeah, and Chase comes in on that timer, and you notice like Mikavelli was down there watching for that shotgun, but as soon as it was up, within a second, Chase was down there to reclaim it. These guys have impeccable timing with their power spawns and communication with it, and we still have Railgun with 100%, and he takes out that pylon on red tower as he's watching backside, and here comes the other side. Oh, he just barely missed that one.
Yeah, that player got the heck out of Dodge. He saw that he was getting that rail, just getting it out, and he was like, I'm out of there.
His spidey senses was tingling.
Exactly. We've got 2 players down. Oh, he threw the perfect EMP, but that's going to be 3 down. Make that all down. Maddie with the double kill. And Team K-Jules are still in the lead, but never mind. There we go. Tied up.
It is a tied up right now, and not a single person is standing out here. Cornbread leading his team with 12 kills, but that KD ratio on this one is much, much smaller than it was on that domination. Earlier, we seen him at, what, 8-2, and now he's at 13-9, so it is a struggle for these guys that have a shot from pretty much anywhere on the map. And when you're going up against this kind of level of skills, you're gonna get got. I mean, it is what it is.
All right, we are a little past halfway. I want to see what these players' comms are like so far in this team deathmatch. See where their strategy lies on Oasis. Let's go into a listen-in with Tanner and the boys.
Hit one's back below.
Got one.
Back below.
One bottom snipe.
40 on Mike. Nice kill.
Tied the leader.
Mighty dead.
Huge. Good job, guys. Looking blue.
I'm looking blue.
There's
Too.
spawning shotgun, I think.
Yeah, I think he's right.
One dead at Shoddy.
Once at once.
Nice.
One's
That's
back
another
blue on there. Back blue, I need help if possible.
One on rail. Dead.
Nothing blue.
There's one on bottom
Bottom
snipe.
SMG. 2 bottom SMG.
Looking.
Looking as
tag.
well. JP's in shotgun room.
5 health on
Heard
that.
that.
Dead. There's one
One
more.
HP, please go on.
Corn's
Thank you.
50 SMG.
Shotgun's up at 4, guys.
Grab. You grab.
I'm trying to look shoddy.
I
SMG
have
back.
it. One dead.
Nice job.
Kind of stuck. I'm fine.
Thank you.
One.
SMG.
SMG, cube JP,
One.
hit once. I'm dead. Shotgun's down top rail. Maddie's
Yeah, he's
trapping.
weak.
Hit.
I
He
got
went
out with
back.
rail.
Yeah, and Maddie has shotgun.
I got one. Ah, they got me though. JP has rail.
I got Shoddy.
Nice.
Nice grab.
JP has rail, watch out.
Mike's dead.
I think he's back blue with rail, or maybe.
He's
on
not
rail.
with the truth rail.
Dead.
JP. You just bloody bucked me into him? Oh, that sucked. Nice.
Sorry. I got him though. I'm out.
Top
rail with you, headshot.
Game
Nice.
over.
Let's go.
Yeah, sorry about that, bro.
No, you're good. That was just on.
There you have it. You're getting your money's worth. You are up 2-1 right
Yes!
now. God
Yo,
bless.
look at my guy K-Jules over there with 26 kills. Oh, that stings.
That's insane. Like, what? I thought Maddie was the best player in the world. You got this guy over here just proving me wrong. K-Jules, where did this come from? 26-9. What a game out of this boy. This boy, he's ready. I mean, he's got the he's got the resume. He said that he played against Matty in tournament, and he was no big deal, and now he's proving it right here and now. I am sick to my stomach. There goes all my groceries.
Yeah, and if you know, maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's playing for a higher calling and knew I was going to go hungry if he lost this tournament or this little showcase, right? So maybe he's got a little divine intervention there.
It was the adversity. Once you you give a player something to make it personal, you know, he's like Michael Jordan. You know, it became personal. And
yeah, and something that's funny else too, if you notice this here, this is where we were talking about the KDA, where the score shows the actual kill, where you got the killing blow, and the kills in the center column will actually have assist and kills. So for him to be associated with 26, over half of the kills that they needed to clutch this game is outstanding, especially when you have everyone that's in here at that high of a level of play.
I'm sick.
I'm looking pretty good.
I'm going to throw up. So, best of 7, though. Still plenty of time to do it. We're going to watch that one back, see how fire Tanner's shots were. That player was dropping as soon as he came around the corner. He barely just saw his head. Oh, my God. That was a beautiful shot. If we could zoom in on that, I bet it was the tippity top of the dome.
And this is where he's not even, I guarantee you, he's not even watching the character or the silhouette. I bet he's watching that reticule, and as it activates red, it's bullet detection. So he's having to rely on sensory of his UI there in the game to know when he needs to fire. Because I couldn't see the character behind the shrubs.
Yeah, that was just a total skill shot. Incredible work out of him. Going to stay on and watch a little bit more of his highlights because he was killing it. He thought that a player... Wait a minute. Did he just shoot that guy's dead body?
Yeah. He thought he was going to get somebody, but...
oh, okay.
Hey, it's better safe than sorry, man.
Hey, I see it in every horror movie, man. Just shoot the dead body. Like, I don't care if they're on the ground and you already shot them in the face. You got to shoot them another time, right? Like, just to make sure. And I'm sure Tanner was just doing that. But look at this. A little montage. A little coming in, swooping it up, and in a teabag, Tanner.
So, I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but you can actually do more than 50 damage with your melee if you have fall or portal momentum. So 50 is the typical amount of damage that a melee can do, but if you can project yourself through a portal or falling off of a top fast enough, you can actually do 100% damage with a single melee, and him coming down on him like that was just icing on the cake to make sure that the kill was actually confirmed.
There we go. The shotgun plays through the portal. Tanner just playing outstanding this game. We're seeing it time and time again. He is too darn consistent. He's got, I think, the most kills of anyone in the game. He has over 75,000 kills on the leaderboard. Shout out to tracker.gg. They have all of the stats over there for multiple games. Make sure you check them out because they are just outstanding with the level of detail that they put in, acquiring all that with their system. But there we go. Stadium's going to be our next one. We're getting it ready and rolling. It's going to be King of the Hill. We're back on it. The EMP going to take out both the portals there and trying to get these players off the top of the map. That's what it's all about on Stadium. The hill is in the middle, though. God, that is a tough hill to take over.
Well, so I'm actually projecting that this one wouldn't be that long of a game. This one is probably the most hectic. So whoever can get on the first set of rotations for power weapons with these guys and their awareness, their game IQ is so high, I would imagine that they'll be able to grab it and most likely retain it throughout the match if they can lock in those weapons. We see Railgun downstairs is still up, and it looks like that we got K-Jules going down to pick it up, and immediately back up on top of Sniper Perch so that he can watch 3/4 of the map from a single spot.
Great shot out of him. That's going to be 2 down. Make that 3. Matty's team not looking so hot right now. I am very, very upset. This is not
K-Jules is killing it, dude. Look, 6-0, controlling the map, allowing his teammates just to sit there and tick up points if they would get on the hill that just moved. And that's another thing. This hill is going to move every 60 seconds with the reveal of the next hill at 15 seconds. So what do you think would be a proper strategy to send your teammates over to the next hill to get ready for it? Or do they sit there and try to milk it for every point that it's worth?
Yeah, I think getting those early early jumps on it. Getting those rotations fast is always going to be a big one. But, hey, I'm fine with K-Jules just slaying out and not getting any points. I mean, that's cool by me. Like, as long as he's not getting a huge lead, they only have a 25-second lead, 25-point lead, and I'm totally cool with it. Right now they're starting to pull away, though. Plasma rifle coming in hot. We've got 2 dead for Team Maddie. Team Maddie really need to get themselves into this one. 3 dead. They just don't know that I got 50 on it. Don't they know? They're playing for something big.
That momentum is going to be hard to break, too, especially coming off of 2 wins there. These guys are going to be dangerous as we move forward. And these smaller maps like this, that's where you're going to see Tanner start to shine. This map here, he is absolutely goated when it comes into close quarter combat with the SMG, the pistol, and he's going to start making some appearances on these kill leaderboards as we start to get into these smaller maps. The maps like Oasis, where the aim assist cannot track over a certain distance, that's where controllers are going to kind of fall short of and have to rely on the rotation of their teammates to assist. But in here, in medium to close quarter, Tanner is going to be dangerous, and I would watch him because he's probably going to be top of his team, if not second.
I love the strat to fight for the shotgun is always just bum rush the shotgun and immediately kill the player with it. That's always what I seem to find there. 3 dead, though. Ha! I'm happy. I'm biased. I'm happy. 3 dead right there for K-Jules. And we've got finally some control coming out of Team Maddie now. Some kills coming in. Shotgun in Maddie's hands. It's going to be lethal. He has got a double kill and 13 kills to his name, so he is top fragging at the moment. And finally, they are about to hit the 20-point mark. I think I want to go on board with Team Maddie for the first time tonight and see what their comms are like right now. Why did they just lose the past 2 games? Why are they down in this one? Let's see what it's like.
40, hunt red.
Girls went sewers. He's hacked twice.
Hill control. Hill contested.
1 in Plaz.
Hill control. Killing.
Jules is in sewers. Kuba's dead on time.
Hill
Top
control.
red, tagged twice. Tanner, 40.
Hill lost.
Might have portaled out.
Top blue right now hit.
Hill control.
Dead, good kill.
Closing him.
1 red street.
Hill control.
One's one shot in SMG.
Red street dead.
Nice.
Hill contested.
SMG's on hill. Kuba's top red, 100.
Lost.
Top blue
Hill
hit
lost.
once.
80, top red.
He's right there. 1 heaven.
Hill
Just got
control.
one
Man.
more.
Yeah, he was just sitting there the whole time.
They're out fragging us, but like they're really not getting much more
Hill
time.
control.
Like
Hill
There's 1
lost.
HP top
chasing
red.
hit 1 sometime.
Hill control.
Plasma's down on rail. They don't know it's down.
Hill lost. Hill lost.
Shoddy right now.
Chase
Right
is
now.
1 shot red.
Hill lost.
Jules is 1
What's
on
up,
Shoddy.
red street,
Hill
red street.
contested. Hill lost.
I think Tanner
Red
has
street
Shoddy.
dead.
Yeah, Kuba shotty.
Kuba's 30.
Hill control.
Man.
Hill controlled. Hill lost.
Top blue. 40 HP
Hill
top blue.
control.
I'm back.
Tanner's low, top blue. Kuba's
Hill
shotgun up there.
contested. Hill lost.
They spawn.
I spawned heaven. Oh my
Hill
god.
contested.
He spawned.
I spawned in the 2.
Got Jules on. One we're pushing on right now. The back
Hill
portal.
lost.
Kuba
On.
60, top red.
I'm going to have to say it. I don't like their morale. I'm not a fan of that energy. Those vibes were not the type of vibes. If I was the coach, I would say, get your heads out of your butts because I'm not happy with this team's morale. It's not okay with me. You guys got to get a little bit more energetic, a little bit more passion. I got to see something happen. Let's go over. We've got K-Jules on the screen, but we've been talking about Tanner. Tell me what makes this map so special for Tanner.
Contested.
Well, and it's not just
Kill
necessarily
control.
this map. This one just happens to be like the flagstone of close quarters. But Tanner is going to start shining right here because, I mean, he's already 35 kills
Kill
deep on his
control.
team. He's the most, and I'm predicting him to be the top frag on this. Is that he is on controller, and while a lot of people bash on aim assist and things like that, these smaller maps is really where it kind of hits home, because the aim assist in close and medium combat is strong, but at a distance like Oasis, it can't trigger halfway across the map and beyond. So here, most of your map is going to be aim assist capable, and that's why he's, you know, he shines on these maps like this. And we're gonna see a 40 bomb out of him at least.
Yeah, shoot, at the rate he's going, it's probably going to hit like 60 because he is just killing it at the moment. Great teamwork out of him. Good positioning. He's going to try to pull Porter out there, but the block is in, so he's got to actually press the sprint button. He's going to land those shots. He wins that fight. He wins those.
Yeah, dude, just drug that BR across his face, man. I'm telling you, he's just... And you notice that he wasn't waning up and down with his reticule either. I mean, it was just shoulder high, left and right, sweeping as he was called. He just murdered that guy. And he was actually down in that fight. He was down in health, and already the other guy got the jump on him with bullets, but he was still able to pull it out with that 3 burst.
Matty did get his hands on the shotgun. Well, he's going to have to put it to use because they are just getting shut down at the moment. Here we go. Going to start getting some kills. 33 out of him so far, so leading the pack. Going to get another one.
Oh yeah, and he's coming in through, killing a Kuvo. But listen, don't discount JP Devour, because JP's coming in with 30 kills. He's creeping up on Matty. He's got some momentum right now. He had a few extra deaths there early on, it seemed, but he seems to be finding a groove here, and there is still plenty of time for him to come back and make a difference in this game. It's not over. There's 3.5 minutes left. 20 kills ain't that much to these guys.
Tanner is the only one on controller, correct?
I don't actually know that, because this swaps around so much that they may have just switched some people over to it. I know that a few of the other semi-pro type guys had just switched over to controller like last week in some of these new, changes with the pistol. If you guys didn't know, the pistol went from a single shot with higher damage to a fully automatic with lower, and so that kind of brought some other people into different input options. And so I think that Tanner was primarily controller out of this group, but he may not be the only one now, and I don't honestly know the answer to that.
Tanner is absolutely ripping. 45 out of him. Getting some good shots from Kuvo here. Great teamwork. They are keeping the lead and acquiring points now, but it is a much closer game than the start, and we are winding down. 2.5 minutes left on the clock now. We've got Matty getting taken down. 40 from him. His team is all over the board, and every single game we've had tonight so far has come down to the wire, and it is a beautiful thing. We are seeing some great gameplay here tonight.
Yeah, and I think that every game is going to be that way except for Slayer base. So I think TDM is where K-Jules is going to shine. And then when you get into like the Dom and King of the Hill, that's where some of the players like Cornbread, Machiavelli, and them are going to are stand out. This game is closing the gap quickly. Remember, they were up almost 20 kills a minute ago, and now it's within what, 2 here of the hill point, and we still got 1:47 left before this game is over with. So your guys are not out of the group yet.
Hill control.
Oh no, didn't hit a single plasma rifle shot.
That's rough.
Yeah, you hate to see it, honestly. Like, he could have had that man dead before he went through, had he let it just a little bit. Not going to be able to hit, though. JP goes down, and now we're moving back over to Tanner, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that has just the amazing controller skills. He's going to get the flank on to Matty, and we are getting 2 down for both teams. So we're seeing a tie. It's tied up.
It's tied up, but remember, we have overtime capability here, so whoever gets it and is down, they have the chance to take it over just by controlling that zone. And is this going to be a 250 as well? Is this what this lead us to?
Yes, sir.
Well, look here. We've already got 2 teammates on K-Jules' team dropping the 50 bombing kills, K-Jules and Tanner both. Akubo creeping up on it. Chasen's just kind of there as a support, but he has almost, you know, the same, if not the less amount of deaths than the rest of the team. So it is still doable for either team at this point, and it's going to come down to that railgun and that SMG.
Hill control.
Oh my god, almost got a 180 off on him. Akubo.
2 shots left. 2 shots left in that railgun on ground down there. So whoever can grab that and hold that hill is gonna be dangerous.
Hill control.
Good cleanups. Rail going to be grabbed.
Down to 8 seconds. Only a 5-second difference between the two. K-Jules and them still down there. If they hold this and it's not contested, all right, well, they got a teammate in right now, but they swarm in 3v1. Wreck him out of there. Micavelli could not get in and stop the count. K-Jules for the win.
I like how he knew exactly where he needed to be and immediately positioned himself for the cutoff when the players were rushing in the final hill. So some really good forethought out of him. These players really cover all their tracks, know exactly what they're doing. Looking at the stats here, we see that there's a little bit more deaths out of the side of Team Maddie. But boy, you just really nailed it, man. This team is killing it. K-Jules, 56, Tanner, 56. You got to go play the slots after this, man.
I'm telling you, I don't care if I get lucky any other day of the week, but right now I want to be lucky. And these guys did not disappoint. I expected a high kill, high death game out of Stadium just because it's so hectic. But Tanner is just amazing, man. I just love watching him stream. JP Devour, I don't think got justice out of that game because he was working his tail off, moving around. He just happened to get caught at the worst time on most of those exchanges. And I think that he did better than the leaderboard will allow him to beat.
This is wild. You just won a $10,000 tournament, and you're now beating 3 of your teammates that you won the tournament with a pickup team. Come on, man. K-Jules he made the right choice. Akubo, that guy is not somebody you want to mess around with. Great rail shots that we were witnessing out of him. Good aggression, just good damage all game. His movement, everything was on point. He was not messing around in the beginning of this one. He had 7 kills. We were just witnessing it. It happened within 4 seconds. He was just killing everybody on the map. Grabs the sniper, juggling the weapons around, trying to find these players around where his comms were from his team. So he was just doing it all. Good look at this man. Look at this man go.
Yeah, the synergy between him and K-Jules and Tanner is just outstanding here as they control those zones. I think that this is probably one of those games where you can expect a lot of high energy from all the teams. And you were talking earlier about energy and communications, and these guys are not being pumped up enough. But to be honest, you know, they come back and almost took that within just a few points of a deficit. And I think that if I was in that position, I would have been frantically making call outs, saying, hey guys, he's here, get him one shot, all this stuff. Those guys were so quiet, precise, and direct with their call outs that it made them, it just made them work well together and got back almost within captivating that win. So I think they were doing the right thing with their comms. I don't think that they had to be screaming and jumping up around. It's not a LAN party, so you're not visually going to get into the head of the other team.
Very true. We saw some power weapon control coming out of Team Maddie, and they did what they could with it, but it wasn't enough. They just couldn't hold down that final hill and get enough time. Here you saw at the 30-second mark, the railgun was in Micavelli's hands, but he gets taken down with it. As they're getting time, Team Maddie was getting time there, and this was a big moment as well, where Tanner moves in, gets the shots off with his teammate, and gets the flank, gets the kill. That's going to be 3 dead, and that was it right there. He was, you could see that was the end of the game. That was the execution that was needed when the clock was ticking. Now we are down to possibly the final game of the night, Olympus domination. Can Team Maddie make the comeback happen? They've got to win 3. It is going to be almost impossible, but there's a chance.
I actually believe that your guys are going to make a comeback on this game here. I believe that Olympus is a very finicky map, especially on domination. There's so many angles to be hit from, and there's 2 garages, the blue and the red, and those are going to be mostly populated by your high-end slayers, your Machiavellis, your K-Jules, things like that. So this is going to be a pretty tough game. I think Maddie and them are going to take it over on this one. Actually, I think they're going to close the gap on this series here.
Come on, give me them snake guys. Roll me a good one, baby. I want to get it. I want to get this comeback. It's got to happen for me. There's still a chance. There is still a chance that I can make this happen. Domination. I mean, Olympus, I got to say, probably one of my favorite maps. I think it goes Stadium and Olympus right there with each other. I've played them the most. There's been iterations of them throughout the years that I've noticed. Big changes that they've made on Olympus have made it a much better map as far as the towers go. The towers are so essential for controlling the map and going across the map and making sure you're holding at least one player on both of them so that you can get really good crossfire going on both bases. So that's one of the things that I love about Olympus is that you got to put emphasis on those towers, and you usually do see portal battles constantly going back and forth between those two. The shotgun control, the rocket launcher control, got to make sure you grab it, and you have to go into really vulnerable spots on the map. You got to go into the middle of the map right away, and that's exactly what we see. JP opening it up with a double kill. 3 down for Team Maddie, and the rocket launcher is going to be in the hands of JP, so that's the only good news here for me.
Yeah, and JP immediately went to this garage that I was talking about earlier, too, and is going to get up there and try to watch that, and that's where he's at right now, what we're seeing. And this is going to be where he just hails fire from the sky and tries to take over this.
Tanner just blamed him. Took him off the map. JP lost the power weapon, and the power is just all in the favor of Team K-Jules right now. They're running around. They're grabbing points. We've got 2 points, though, in the favor of Team Maddie, so that is good. We got the shotgun here in the hands of Tanner. Tanner's going to be doing what he does best, which is getting up close and personal. Like you said, he wants to get up in their face, use that aim assist to his advantage, but there's 3 down. Maddie's got the shotgun.
Yeah, and I think this is where one of those maps that Machiavelli and them are going to kind of do some good work at, because anytime you look around the map throwing a portal, you have so many options for that portal to hit because it's so open that people like Machiavelli, and you know, he is going to just shine because he has so much creativity available to him at once. I mean, he just closed the gap with 2 kills almost instantly there before he got meleeed out. And so as we start to get into the game about midpoint, I would imagine seeing Machiavelli being the one that's taking the zones away while his teammates are up top slaying. That's what I would expect.
Going over to Maddie, trying to play the portal. Gets the EMP off, and immediately going to travel over here to try to get a better angle. He's not going to try to take that fight. He is getting crossfired and finally taken down. We've got Team Maddie, though. They have been consistent about keeping 2 points, and it's been working out for them so far with their positioning.
Yeah, unfortunately, I believe that's what's going to happen. These 2 guys, this team on Maddie's side is going to control this. I would put money on outside of my other money I put on it. Unfortunately, that team over there just has a better open zone control versus the other team being in more close quarters. So I would imagine this, and then I would almost expect to see, if they do win here, this next game is going to be really close and may even take us into a 7-game finale.
Got the clutch portal blocks coming in, but they had an angle on the wall.
Sitting there waiting. Yeah, he's sitting there waiting with that SMG, and you'll notice that they can predict when people are coming through the portal. And if you didn't recognize, that portal will actually blink or throb and make a noise as someone nears it right before they enter sometimes. So they'll start pre-firing it as soon as they see that visual cue when they need to open up when somebody's coming around behind them.
3 points. 3 points right now. 4 K-Jules.
Let's go, boys.
Oh, no. This could be it. This could be the end of the night here And just a very, very impressive showing from K. Jules and everybody. We've got the shotgun in the hands of Akuvo. He is using it. And we've got two down for K. Jules. Here's the time to shine. We've got to see some take back, get some map control if you're Team Maddie, and see if they can bring themselves back into this series. This is do or die.
Yeah, and there's a lot of time left. 8 minutes with these type of players can, it's really difficult to fathom like what these guys are going to do in 8 minutes. Sometimes they don't even have a second to react. So you give them 8 minutes, dude, they can make some comeback. And I think is it 700 on this one here too for the score limit? Yeah, so there is plenty of room for them to pick it up right here. Just because these guys are pulling back up a little bit doesn't mean anything, I don't think, because those power weapons are going to start respawning here pretty soon. We're getting close to rockets again, and that's going to make a change. And then once the 3-cap switch is over, it's going to start to go back the other direction. I got a question for you though, Nadi. You come from a Halo background, right? So I mean, you play a lot of Halo in the day, and that's kind of your comfort zone.
Killing spree.
What do you think is the skill translation between playing Halo and playing Splitgate?
Honestly, I don't think there is barely any difference whatsoever. I mean, you've got the BR, you've got the carbine, which is like the DMR. Like the weapons are all there, and the projectile shooting, the movement. I think it's just like it's Halo's brother, really. Like it's beautiful cousin. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. If you're a Halo player to come and play some arena shooters, good Lord, Tanner ripping the face off of Cornbread. He's saying, sit down. Oh, my God. We just saw that there was 3 dead, 4 K-Joules, and somehow they were holding 3 points with 3 dead, and they never lost the points.
Secure.
What is going on? Are they blowing it on purpose? I'm losing my money here, man.
I can't say for sure if I have told them they'll get a piece of the money once I win it.
That's it.
That's very sus, right? But yeah, you're very right. There was a 3-spawn rotation on this, and they didn't capitalize on that and take a single point. So it looks like what's happening here is that people are getting, a bit frantic in this moment of competition, that they're not coordinating these caps.
Fantastic.
And you may see somebody going individually to take a heal. When you're this far down and it's this high of a level of play, you have to 2-cap, 3-cap, and move on to the next portal to the next zone quickly. Otherwise, you're going to be outslayed by the people that are coming in, spawning right beside each other.
I love that you can see their portal predictions from players that are getting called out. They're knowing exactly where those players are going to probably be going. They're trying to get portal blocks off, and they're just so good about reading each other. This is the top of the top. The best Splitgate players in the world battling it out. They got jumbled up. Somehow still the best team is 3/4 of one of the squads, but hey, that's just how the cookie crumbled, and they're not doing so hot right now. They're about to get knocked out because K-Jules and squad are just doing it big. They only need 60 points to go, and they are taking home the W. There we go. The snipes from JP. JP with the double. He is starting to pick it up, but they've got to take 3 points right now, or else this game's over.
Yeah, and watch most of these people that have the DMR. The sniper is a little bit different, but you'll notice that they're hip firing more than anything. This game is very much a hip fire hero scenario. And man, I made a rhyme right there. That was pretty good. I like that. Sorry. Anyway, I impressed myself. So they're hip firing a lot, and they're not having to ADS down on this big map. So the bloom, the lack of bloom in these guns, allow them to just take control from hip at distance. And if you're, yeah, dude, I'm telling you, that's it. Look at that. The sniper just on his hip is outstanding. He doesn't even try to ADS.
And here we go. We've got 30 points more, and that will do it. K-Jules and them are just kicking butt right now. We've got 36 out of K-Jules. He has had one heck of a night. Absolutely amazing. Just they are not able to keep up on the other side. Well, as Cornbread gets a double with the snipe, but still too little, too late at this point.
As the sun sets on nighty night. That's right. Okay. I prepared it. I prepared it.
Rub it in. Rub it in.
Oh, and hey, look, they 3-capped for a long time
Scene
earlier, and there
secure.
is still technically time for them to 3-cap and come back and win this. So
Shut up.
how
Shut
there is
up right
how
now.
insane would it be
Don't give
for
me
them
hope.
to how insane would it be for them to 3-cap and to prevent 6 extra points from K-Jules and them snapping this scenario in to go into the best of 7 and me taking home the money.
And me taking home the money. That's what needs to happen.
secured.
No, they got B. 4 more points. No.
Oh,
this
and
is
he got the
Game
point, and it is it. Let's go, boys. Thank you, thank you.
I just bought you dinner. I hate you.
That's yeah.
Well, you enjoy that. You enjoy that meal. You earned it. You lucky son of a gun. Oh man, but that
What
was
a wonderful series.
yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't think I've seen games like I don't know that last game was a little different than the other games, but game 1 through game 4, I believe, we saw a completely close matchup that I hadn't seen too much of at the top. Like I haven't seen these players truly tested like that just yet, and that was just amazing to see. Honestly, it's been such a one-sided affair a lot of the times when we watch the matchups in the Big 10Ks, but with these guys all being as good as they are, that was an absolute treat to witness. Love what I saw. Akuvo, one of the best, Tanner really being the last pick, the fat kid, he was able to just really prove everybody wrong that he was the last pick. He should not have been the last pick. And got to give credit to K-Jules, because K-Jules, good Lord, I think every single game he might have been the MVP. He was just phenomenal.
Yeah, he had something to prove there, even though he said he had nothing to prove at the very beginning. He wasn't worried at all, and he showed it in confidence in this game. And not a single player on any of these teams fell down below expectations. Every one of them performed well. I think almost all of them were in a positive KDA, right? They were all moving and working well together. Not a single one didn't hold up their end of this bargain. It's just that the synergy with Chasen, Jules, Akuvo, and Tanner was just on point. And I wish that we could have caught a little bit more of their communications during these critical moments, just to see how they were reacting when we heard Maddie and them being calm and collective and almost coming back and winning on Stadium.
Yeah, looking at these replays, you see K-Jules just having complete map control, just really reading the other team, using the weapons appropriately, and they're just earning that money right there. Money Tuesday, Splitgate, the match just is amazing. I loved seeing that these talented players put on the show like this. It was beautiful to see. Cannot wait for some more Splitgate action. Oh man, this was just fantastic. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to get an interview with the winning captain if we can, Mr. K-Jules. I'd love to hear what kind of things he'd like to say, because we saw in game what he was liking to say. He was putting the shots into the bodies. There was some teabagging. Yeah, I definitely want to hear. I know the audience out there, I know you guys want to hear what he's got to say.
I'd like to actually hear from you on at some point here on what you think the future of esports and Splitgate looks like, because it is mirrored off of, while we're waiting on him to jump in here, while it is mirrored off of Halo and stuff like that, just the creativity of portals and move and map manipulation, what do you think is the potential for this game to have more tournaments, more esports of presence, and more people coming to it from games such as Apex, Warzone, Halo, and will we see the skill ceiling start to rise as they filter in?
It definitely is going to get taller. I think the ceiling is going to rise very, very big. With the mouse play, it's amazing, but at the same time, the players on controller are able to hang. We've got Tanner just putting on a show against these mouse and keyboarders, and really being able to hang in there and show what he's got. He's on the top of the leaderboards, and that really is a great thing. That's inclusion. And I think inclusion is the biggest part of the crossplay, the free-to-play model. having a successful esport, that is very vital. And I think 1047 Games did a very good job at making sure they put priority on that and how well the game plays on both gamepad and mouse. It is just a very good feeling. It plays amazing. It's so smooth. I love playing on both. I can pick them up and just play this game with ease. Obviously, my Portal game is not as strong as I'd like it to be, but I'm diamond level. I mean, I'm right there. I carried you a few times in ranks, so it's enough. It's enough. And I'm telling you right now, it is a dream to play with both. And that really, to me, is just a lovely thing. I think the level at which the players play is going to be hard for the audiences to catch on to because it's not easy. It's hard to wrap your head around the triple portaling. It can get a little dizzy sometimes. So as far as the way we're observing it and everything, we've got to make sure that we're developing the production in the correct way, that we really build this game into what it needs to be, because the heart, the passion that's gone into developing this game is just unlike anything I've seen. Honestly, this team is just so great. They've done such a good job at being transparent with their fans. They've been very communicative on social media, talking to everybody, making sure that they get as much feedback as possible. And when they implement it, they have a great way of letting everybody know what's going on, and nobody's really ever in the dark. They have things to look forward to. The skins are amazing. I am just very pleased with what I've seen so far from Splitgate. And honestly, the sky's the limit at this point. After we've seen the huge amount of demand for this game, people were complaining left and right. They couldn't get in. They wanted to play it so bad. They were waiting in droves. The lines were so long. I know you were there. Man. But we've got the interview. We've got the captain. He's here. He's ready to go. Yo, what's going on, K-Jules? How you doing?
Thank you.
I'm doing really good. Super fun games. Glad we won. It was fun.
Me too.
Oh man, get out of here with that, bro. Come on, man.
I got you, Vostok. I got you.
Yes, yeah, man. MVP.
Oh, I'm just so upset right now. You just stole my money. How does it feel taking down your 3 teammates?
It feels good. I mean, it was fun banter, right? Like, I killed them a couple times, shot their body, lit them up, like it's all in good fun, right? It feels really good though, obviously, It was a great series. It was nice.
No, it's not all in good fun. You're the best on the team now. It's decided.
Oh, don't worry. I already knew that. They just might not have.
James, what questions you got for our boy here, the champ?
Yeah, so a couple of one of them is what made you choose the people that you did, like going into this? Did you have some strategy, or was some of the game options that when they were announced, sort of last minute for you guys to keep you from having a good strategy? Like, what were you going into thinking of who you were going to pick?
Yeah, so originally I thought the draft was going to be 1-2-2-1, so I had like something planned for that. But since that literally was on the dime switched, I kind of mixed up my plans a little bit. But I'd say I got literally all the players I wanted. So I just wanted to get a Kuvo on my team because I have chemistry with the Kuvo. We think about the game the same way. And as long as I had a Kuvo, I was pretty confident that with other two teammates we had, we could pull through.
So what you're basically saying is that you really needed to win that coin toss.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, well, that's awesome. That's awesome to see, man. That was some amazing gameplay. I mean, y'all hit the absolute ceiling at what we've seen so far. I mean, that was some very fast-paced gameplay.
I thought Tanner hit that already. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'll let you off the hook. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Man, it's awesome to see how successful you've been, though, man. Like, what do you like? How much does that mean to you that you've been putting all this time into this game, and now that you see these $10,000 tournaments and you're winning them? I mean, where are you at right now as far as your plans for the future?
My plans for the future is keep doing the same thing and growing my brand. So every day, just getting on, streaming my gameplay, even if it's casual for me, just other people obviously want to see it, right? So
sure.
That's the one thing, is just grinding my just stream. And then another thing I'd like to say is I'm happy that it's going good for me, but what I'm really happy about is this game deserves so much support. It's insane how good this game is truly, and especially for the amount of people that worked on it. Like, it sounds like a cop-out answer, but like this game could have been made by a AAA company and you wouldn't even know. But it's literally made by a small dev team, so they deserve so much support, and they're finally getting it. And it's just like, it actually makes me happy that they're getting this more, like truly happy, because I've never seen people that deserve it more than they do.
Yeah, it's amazing to see that it was only 1 or 2 people at first that created the first versions of this game, and they were passing it around and showing it to their friends, and that was where they got their support, and that's when people started hopping on. But most of the work has been done by just a few people, and you know, then it grew into like a 30-person team. But I mean, that's not that much when you consider the quality of this game.
I agree.
Well,
yeah, and it almost had to grew out of necessity over a week or 2 period almost, because once they started hitting I think I remember the tweet was they gained 600,000 new players in a single week and went from 4,000 roughly as a peak to 60,000, or yeah, close to 60,000 in a peak on concurrent players at one single time. So they boomed over a week period that much. And so 2 to 3, 4 people as a dev team, they just simply couldn't keep it going. So they had to hire people. And it sounds like, and seems so far, that they found some great additions to the team, because there's not a single thing that this game has done since I've been involved that I have not enjoyed and look forward to what's coming next.
Okay, Jules, any last words before we go for the night, sir?
Nope, nothing. Again, just thank you guys for the invite. Thank you guys for hosting it.
Man.
Like, it was a super fun event. Like, thank you. It was fun.
I'm glad indeed. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you again, buddy.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right. All right. James, I hate you.
Take check, money order, or PayPal.
You know what? I'm just gonna give you cash. I'm gonna come up to your house. You're not too far away, and I'm just gonna start making it rain on you. Just make it rain.
I like it.
All right, but that was it, y'all. You saw your winners. They just outperformed more than what I was ready for, honestly. We saw some top-tier Splitgate gameplay. It was amazing to see. Vostik, Mr. James, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Give a little shout-out, give some last words, promote yourself, and where people can find you.
So the first thing I want to do is shout out the dev team. I know that we've done that a couple of times, but I was going to say it before he did. Essentially, those guys work their butt off, and they are very receptive. You said that they're making this game how we want it, and they are. If you're not a part of that Discord and giving feedback, then you're doing a disservice to yourself, because they are very open to those details that you provide, and they are taking it to heart. So shout out to the development team, Akuvo, even though he just helped me win. You know, all of those guys, amazing. And as far as I content create every single day. I stream Splitgate and a variety of other games on my channel, which I believe is Vostik_. You know, you can see it on the screen there. And I'm always dabbling in the other Splitgate streamers so that I can learn and try to elevate. So I'm very thankful that you guys gave me the opportunity to come on here and to share what little knowledge I had and to be a part of this. And I hope that we are able to do more in the future like this, because this was a lot of fun. And it was nice to sit back and judge other people's gameplay instead of my own.
Yeah, the tables have turned. It was a blast. Thank you so much, man. You have a great night. All right, that is going to do it, everybody. Money Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys.
the lead. Serve. Losing B. B lost.
I'm going to find the promised land.
Drinking Kool-Aid cameras like I did when I was 9, 'cause I like to pretend that I haven't lost the time. In the end, the nostalgia, though it tastes fine, I can only drink a couple 'cause it feels like a lie.